Entries are now being accepted for the Meadowlands Spring Mix Sale to be held on April 29. If last year's record-breaking spring sale is any indication, it's becoming a blossoming marketplace. Last year, a huge crowd was on hand, trade was extremely brisk, and quality racehorses commanded top prices. Enter now at tattersallsredmile.com.
Hey, I'm Heather Vitale for a Harness Racing Update. With 5 O'Brien Trainer of the Year awards, Casey Coleman Herlihy has nothing to prove when it comes to conditioning standardbreds. But of course, picking out and developing the next champion racehorse is always something she strives for. Let's see how optimistic she is about the upcoming season. Casey, we're at Sunshine Meadows. You have 13 two-year-olds and 5 3-year-olds. So this is your first year here at Sunshine Meadows. How do you like it?
Yeah, I love it so far. Track's been absolutely phenomenal. They resurfaced it over the summer. I never got to see this track much before, but everyone that's been here told me it's way better than it used to be. Barns are gorgeous. Brandon, the guy that's in charge here, the general manager of the farm, is just unbelievable to work with, and I love it. I just hope I don't get kicked out, and I'll keep coming back each winter.
Kicked out? Is there a story behind that?
Oh yeah, anybody that knows me, I've been kicked out of a couple training centers. I'm good at it.
So we're going to talk about the babies here, the 2-year-olds. What's your overall feeling?
I'm really happy right now. Like, it's a long ways away yet. We went 26 this morning. We're going 2 trips now. Last trip was in 26 with everybody. They're all doing it really easy, really strong, great gaited, great attitudes. And there's honestly not anybody I'm not happy with right now. There was one early that I wasn't happy with, so I sold her early. She'll probably kick me in the butt later and come back and beat me. But everybody else is going really good.
We're going to talk about some of them individually. An art major named Blank Canvas.
Yeah, I really like that colt. I'm looking for an art major. I just love the colt at the farm. Great, big, good-looking body on him and just perfectly put together. And we took a shot on him. I think it was about $30,000 we paid for him. And Andrew Harris actually owns a piece of him with me, so I got the pressure on me. I got to make sure we get him there. But original plan was that horse would just be sire stakes. We'll train him down. Then he'll go to Andrew in the summer and race New York sire stakes. But that plan kind of changed because he's training so well. So I've got him staked up in a lot of big things in Toronto right now. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that he's good enough.
What about a Better Earl? It's a Better Than Cheddar, a horse that's very close to you. You trained the world champion.
Yeah, he's been awesome. I bought 3 Better Than Cheddars last year, 2 fillies and a colt, and this colt's been just awesome. I'm really happy with him. He does get a little bit warm. He gets a little aggressive, which is weird because Cheddar was really lazy, if anything. But that's the only thing that concerns me some is he gets a little bit warm, but he can fly. He's got every kind of bell and whistle I would want on a colt and does everything right.
You have a couple Better's Delights, and we're going to start with Stag Party.
Stag Party's awesome. He pretty much has always been my favorite colt since day one. I just love him. I think he's the real deal. To say this morning, Dave Miller went on him last trip, and he wasn't quite as impressed. Like he said, he went good, but he wasn't quite as impressed. He thought a lot of my other ones were better than him. But Dave also told me that he didn't think Betting Line was that good the day he came and trained him. So I told him, we'll wait till he's on the racetrack and see what you can do with him. But I really like that colt.
What about Better Up, another Better's Delight?
He's going awesome. Actually, another guy that works for me, Mark McKinnon, my head assistant trainer that runs the barn when I'm not in charge here, he owns a piece of that colt, and so we're pretty excited that he can do some big things. Another one we bought, kind of cheaper, about $30,000, thinking he'd just be a sire stake colt. And again, I've got him staked in all the big things because he's just training phenomenal. The colt reminded me of Vegas Vacation when I see him at the sale. He was just a twin to him, and so far everything he does on the racetrack, including looking around at everything, and he wears the famous Vegas turned up shadow with the straws coming out because he likes to look at stuff, but he's wicked fast, so really excited about him.
One horse that you paid a nice price for, $180,000, a Sun Beach Somewhere.
Yeah, Quatrain. He's training just awesome. Me, myself, Sun Beach Somewhere is obviously undisputed the best sire out there right now. It's crazy the things he's done. Saying that, I have honestly had no luck with them myself. I haven't bought that many of them because they're so expensive, but I haven't had much luck myself with them. This colt, I'm hoping that he makes me a believer in them because he's training, he's doing everything I ask of him, and he should be. Paying $180,000 is obviously a little bit stressful having one like that in the barn. We don't usually pay the big money like that, but this colt, I didn't even bid. I was was going to bid to about 120, 130. I didn't bid. I went and sat beside my owner, and next thing I know, Mac Nickel was bidding. And I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm buying this colt. I said, I'm out. I'm not in no more as a partner. He said, that's fine. And he bought the colt for 180. He went partners with Gerald Stay, bought a quarter of them with him, and he's training phenomenal right now. So hopefully he does good things for him this summer.
And the last colt that we want to talk about, because we still have a couple fillies to touch on, a Sports Writer, and it's Sporty McSporty. And Sports Writer, of course, that's the horse that put you on the map.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I'd say the one on the map would be American Ideal, but Sports Writer was the first big one that I owned a piece of, so it made it even extra special, especially when he went to stud. And yeah, Sporty McSportster's he's been early. I didn't like him when I first started him early. Actually, I was training myself one day. The boys were all laughing at me because I think I went a mile in about 5 minutes when we were supposed to go in about 3 minutes, and he just didn't want to go. And I came in that day. I was gelding him. I was mad. I wasn't happy. And ever since, I haven't ever touched the horse since, and he's been going awesome. And actually saying that, he actually wants to go a little bit too much. He's training really, really good. He's going to get gelded on Tuesday. Dr. John Cummings is coming to geld him, and the reason being, he's literally lunging at other horses in the mile, like biting them, like not even horses, even trainers. He actually, the other day, my husband, Mark Herlihy, he bit him right in the head, and he just, I don't know why he's doing that, but at first it was kind of funny. He's just a colt. He's joking around, but now he's getting pretty serious about it. So, and Dave Miller trained him this morning. He loved him. He said he's one of his favorite colts, but I'm going to need to geld him.
So, Sporty, if you are watching this, sorry to break the bad news to you, but you're losing your jewels this week. Let's talk about some fillies. First, the Mach 3. And being an 80s girl, Mach like an Egyptian. That's her name. I love it.
Yeah, she's been a little sweetheart. Well, saying a little sweetheart, she's got an attitude like anybody that sees her. She's always got her ears pinned. But when you go pet her, she's nice, but she'll have her ears pinned and kind of lunge at you, and she's just real sassy. On the track, she's awesome. She's phenomenal the way her gait is. Does everything right, and she's just like a little sports car. Like anything you ask her to do, she does it, and it's scary how fast she can go. She's not real big, but she's got a wicked turn of foot.
And finally, a Sports Writer again, and we have Soft Wind Hanover.
Yeah, she's been just awesome. The only thing that scares me a bit is she's very big. When anybody sees her, she as a yearling, she's big. So it scares me about pushing her too much at 2 because of the size of her. Saying that, she's doing everything great. And some of my guys tell me, the trainers say that she could probably beat the colt sometimes. Like, she's just that impressive. So I'm just trying to be easy on her because of the size of her and how easy she does it. Like, she could probably go a mile in 2:10 if we wanted to right now, but we just got to make sure we don't do that, so we keep her all together. But she can fly also. So we're pretty excited about a good group of them right now.
Now, I know a few years back, you went from quantity to quality. You had a huge stable of horses, and you really, decided, hey, look, this is way too much. And I got to tell you, like, seriously, you look so much happier. It's doing wonders for you. You know what I mean? You look so, like, relaxed, and it's got to be working.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Let's say at my highest, I was up to 130 horses. We're all over the place. We're shipping, traveling, racing. Lots of owners, lots of horses, lots of staff, and people like Tony that do it, and Burke that does it. Anthony McDonald now has a huge barn. Like, there's a lot of big barns. Brian Brown, and I did it for years and years. Well, I'm not that old yet. I can't say years and years, but I just decided, you know what? I'm going to start going to Florida for the winter, and I'm going to start making my barn smaller. And let's say we're at 18 horses right now, and I absolutely love it. Like, we got just quality horses. If they're looking like they're not going to be top quality, I sell them, I move them. If I don't, I own a piece of pretty much everything. If I don't own them, I just ask the owner to please move them to one of your other trainers, because I'm not interested unless they're a 2 or 3 year old top stake horse or an open horse. I'm just not doing claimers and overnight horses anymore, and really happy with it. Like I say, it's a lot less stress and makes the game a little more fun again.
Well, good for you. That's awesome. And good luck in 2018.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much to Casey for having us at her winter stable at Sunshine Meadows in Florida. I'm Heather Vitale for Harness Racing Update.
Harness Racing Update is the sport's most comprehensive and trusted news source and the fastest growing publication in the game. HRU has you covered with award-winning features and commentary from some of the sport's best writers. Stellar photography, race news, results, entries, handicapping, and video replays. The industry's most comprehensive sales results and Harness Racing's best reader feedback section. And it's all delivered free of charge to your email box multiple times each week. See why HRU is the most trusted news source of the sport's most important people from all facets of the industry. Subscribe today for free. To subscribe, just go to harnessracingupdate.com and then click subscribe for free.